Hey man, if you're trying to learn how to record, this is the video for you. What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Wavy Wayne from Wavy.wav, and this channel is all about helping you to record and mix better and faster. Whether you're a content creator, music producer, or artist, a podcaster, or anyone that's looking to capture audio, the quality of your audio can make a huge impact on your content. In this video, we'll cover the basics of audio recording, including the different types of microphones, how to choose the right microphone for your needs, how to set up your recording space, some recording techniques, and some post-production editing. By the end of this video, you will have the audio recording skills that you need to take your content to the next level. So let's get into it. First thing first, let's talk about the different types of microphones, starting with a condenser microphone. Condenser microphones are probably the most popular microphones used for vocal recordings, but they can also be great for recording other instruments like pianos, acoustic guitars, and any other things that need some high sensitivity. Condenser microphones use a thin diaphragm that are sensitive to sound, and they often require some type of power, which will be powered by phantom power or an external power supply. These mics are commonly used in recording studios, but they can also be very useful in broadcast situations and also live performances. And like I said, these mics are highly sensitive to a wide frequency range, which makes them ideal for recording vocals and other acoustic instruments. Next up is going to be a dynamic microphone like this classic Shure SM57. Now, this is one of the most iconic dynamic microphones. Now, dynamic microphones are often more durable and can take a whole lot more beating than a condenser microphone can. These microphones don't need any external power because they generate an electrical current whenever the sound waves move the coil that's used inside. Dynamic microphones are ideal for recording loud instruments like drums, guitar amps, but they can also be very useful for broadcast situations and also live situations, and especially your podcasts. It's also worth mentioning that these microphones are a lot less sensitive than a condenser microphone, and they have a narrower frequency spectrum that they can capture. Therefore, if you have a space that is untreated and it's not the best acoustically, dynamic microphones are often the way to go. Now, this is a shotgun microphone. Shotgun microphones are highly directional, meaning that they pick up and capture sound from the direction they are pointed and reject sound from all other sides. These are typically used in video, film production, on set, capturing sound effects, and any other noisy environments that you just want to really pinpoint in on that sound source. When you see a shotgun microphone in the field, it'll be often mounted to a boom pole or right on top of a camera in the field. Next up is going to be a lavalier microphone. Lavalier microphones are used to clip right onto someone's shirt or clothing, and it makes it really easy to hide the microphone or just have a non-intrusive microphone present. These are typically used in live settings or video production where the presenter needs to be moving around and to be hands-free. And as you see here, I'm using this in conjunction with a wireless transmitter so that, this whole system can be wireless and whoever is wearing this microphone can move about as they need without being tethered to some recording device. When choosing a microphone, some things that you need to consider will be the intended use of the microphone, whether you're going to be used to capture vocals, instruments, is it going to be used for a podcast or a live recording? Are you doing film, on set, sound effects? All of that needs to be taken in consideration. Next, you're going to choose the type of microphone. Is it going to be a lavalier, a condenser, a dynamic, or a ribbon mic, a tube condenser microphone? All of these mics have their strengths and weaknesses, so there's definitely something to consider when choosing. Directionality is another big one when choosing a microphone. Consider the pickup pattern of the microphone. Do you need it to be a figure 8 pattern? Do you need a cardioid pattern or omnidirectional? Depending on what it is that you're recording, having the correct polar pattern or the correct directionality on the microphone can really make a big difference. Also, you want to consider the frequency response of your microphone. Some microphones are made to capture high frequencies, while others are made to really pick up low frequencies. So always read the frequency response on the microphone that you're considering to make sure that it's going to suit your needs. And next, we have to consider the budget. You want to find a microphone that gives you a great value for your budget. You want the most mic for the dollar, all right? But keep in mind that the most expensive microphone doesn't mean that it's going to be the perfect microphone for what you need it to do. One feature that I love when choosing a microphone is Sweetwater's Compare feature. I'll leave a link to a few microphones down in the description below so that you can go over to Sweetwater and compare them side by side. Setting up the proper space for your recording is going to be super important. You want to choose the most ideal location possible, whether that's in your home or your studio. You want to choose a place that is quiet and that has few or no reverberations. This means cutting off any fans and getting away from hard surfaces. In the space that you plan to record, it may also be helpful to include some acoustic treatment, right? You can even make your own acoustic panels or buy some. I don't necessarily recommend that you use a recording booth or that you build a booth or anything, but doing some simple work to reduce the reflections and reverberations in your recording room will really help to improve the quality of your recordings, no matter whether that's a song or a podcast. I'll leave a link below to my video that shows you exactly how I build my acoustic panels so that you can do the same in your recording environment. Now, let's take a look at how to actually set up our microphone and pop filter for the best results. Whenever I'm setting up a microphone, I always like to make sure that I find a place as far away from any hard surfaces as possible. So that means bringing that microphone to the middle of my room often and getting away from the walls. Now, of course, I'm in a treated room that has acoustic treatment all along the wides, along the walls, and along the ceiling as well, which is going to help to stop those reflections from entering my microphone and muddying up my sound. I like to have the microphone just angled a little bit slightly above the singer's mouth, but facing down toward the mouth position, and always use a pop filter if you're going to be recording vocals in this way. Or like I'm using right now, I'm using an actual windshield on this microphone that is more directional whenever I'm doing this. So if you have a podcast or anything, using a windshield like this, or if you're recording vocals, actually having a pop filter on your microphone is going to be a great idea. Whenever you're using a pop filter, it's key to keep that pop filter about a fist distance away from the microphone. That will make sure that all those plosives don't enter your recording. All right, now let's discuss a few recording techniques. So this is for all of the content creators, the presenters, the artists. One of the things that you always want to do is speak clearly and try to maintain a consistent volume, a consistent level. You don't want to be mumbling and sometimes just yelling or being a little too quiet. You want to just maintain a nice, consistent level as you are presenting your material so that the recording stays constant and stays like right in that sweet spot. You also want to avoid any rustling or tapping sounds. So if you got any jewelry or a noisy sweater or something like that that's making noise, like, you want to take that stuff off so it's not interfering in your recording. Also, make sure that if you're using studio monitors or reference monitors as you are recording, that you don't have the microphone in the same room as your studio monitors. We don't want the sound bleeding from the speakers to get into the microphone. So if you're recording in the same room that you're monitoring in, please make sure that you use headphones during that recording process. That will save you, especially a pair of headphones that are noise canceling headphones like the Wavy ones that I can leave a link to right down in the description. Before you start recording officially, it'll probably be good for you to do a test recording. So give yourself some extra time, do a test recording, record a first pass, make sure that you're giving it all your intent. If it's a song, play the beat, sing along with it, and then listen back, right? Mute the music in the background or whatever the bedding track is, and listen back to what it is that you've recorded to make sure that there's no type of interference or noise or anything before you start recording for the long haul. The same if you're going to do a podcast or any other type of recording, doing a test run first before you commit to the process that you've chosen will guarantee that your success, that you'll have success with your results in the end. After you record, editing is going to be another crucial factor that really helps to bring everything together. This is going to be getting rid of any clicks or pops or lip smacks or unnecessary breaths or unnecessary pauses in your content. This editing is going to help to make your content a lot more fluid, and it's going to seem a whole lot more polished and high quality. I have tons of videos on this channel that will help you with editing audio, so I'll link to a couple of them down in the description below. Now you know how important capturing high quality audio is, no matter what type of content you are creating. So keep that in mind whenever you're working on your next project, all right? Choosing the right type of microphone for the job is going to help you to get the best out of recording. Also, setting up the environment and also setting your microphone up properly will really guarantee that you get a great recording. Also, doing some editing in the post-production will also help for that final creation of your content to be just A1. Now, after this video is over, go and record something, do a test recording using some of these tips, and let me know if your audio has improved down in the comments below. This channel has plenty of resources for helping you to record and mix better and faster. I also have a full Pro Tools certification course that will teach you everything that you need to know about recording and editing in Pro Tools in a systematic way, and you will receive an industry recognized credential. So click the link down in the description if you're interested in registering for that course. I'm Wavy Wayne from Wavy.wav.com. Be dope.